Good morning, students. Welcome back to the lesson, the third level. The other day, we had a thorough discussion about the introduction and how Charlie happened to enter the third level. Okay, Charlie, who was 31 years old, married to Louisa. Okay, and his friend Sam, the psychiatrist, and his hobby of stamp collection. And according to Sam, it was nothing but an escape from the present world of insecurity, war, and worries. And when Mr. Charlie narrated about the third level, the psychiatrist friend said it was nothing but a waking dream fulfillment. Okay, and there were only two levels in the Grand Central Station, but Charlie could find a third one, that is the third level. And according to his friends and others, it is nothing but escaping into the past. So children, we are at page number 2. Okay, the last paragraph. All of you take para number 2. Yeah. Sometimes I think Grand Central is growing like a tree, pushing out new corridors and staircases like roots. What do you mean by corridors? Passages in the building is called corridors. Okay, passages in the building is called corridors. So Grand Central Station, a railway station, is growing like a tree. Means it has got many facilities, many shops are coming up nearby, and the city is really progressing, pushing out new corridors and staircases like roots. Okay, there is probably a long tunnel that nobody knows about, feeling its way under the city right now, on its way to Times Squares, and maybe another to Central Park. And maybe because for so many people through the years, Grand Central has been an exit, a way of escape. Maybe that is how the tunnel I got into, but I never told my psychiatrist friend about that idea. Actually, he could find a new tunnel leading to a new world, and that he never wanted to express to his friend psychiatrist. Why? Because his psychiatrist friend won't believe it. The corridor I was in began angling left and slanting toward downwards, and I thought that was wrong, but I kept on walking. What do I mean by angling? Means turning. Angling here is a word for you. Angling, that means turning, and slanting, sloping. The corridor, the passage in the building or in the railway track or railway station was in angling left and sloping downward, and I thought that was wrong, but I kept on walking. All I could hear was the empty sound of my own footsteps. Actually, Charlie was all alone in the tunnel, and he did not pass a soul. Means no other passengers or no other walkers were there. When I heard that sort of hollow roar ahead, that means open space and people talking. The tunnel turned sharp left. I went down a short flight of stairs and came out on the third level at the Grand Central Station. Finally, he reached the Grand Central Station, third level of that Grand Central Station, by passing through a new tunnel that other people could never find. For just a moment, I thought I was back on the second level, but I saw the room was smaller. There were fewer ticket windows and train gates. Actually, he had a doubt that he was still in the second level, but he could easily identify that he was not in second level because the rooms in that particular level was smaller when compared to the second level, and there were fewer ticket windows, very less number of ticket windows and train gates, and the information booth in the center was wood and old looking, and even the information center, the booth, okay, every railway station will have some information center, but here it is somewhat made out of wood, old style, old looking, and the man in the booth wore a green eye shade. Eye shade means something that protects your eye. A green eye shade, maybe a spectacle, and long black sleeve protectors, and he has also worn a long black sleeve dress. The lights were dim and sort of flickering. So dear children, these are some of the points that shows that Charlie has entered the third level, right? You can note down all these points, that rooms were smaller, fewer ticket counters, ticket windows, and information center is old looking, made of wood, and the man sitting in the booth wearing green eye shade and long black sleeve, that is not in match with the present day people. The lights were dim and sort of flickering. Okay, dim light is there, not very bright, dim and flickering, waving. Okay, waving lights means keeping on burning and again getting closed. Then I saw why there were open flame gaslights, and he could also see open flame gaslights were there, not like the present day electric bulbs. There were brass spittoons on the floor, and another thing that he noticed is spittoon. What do you mean by spittoon? Spittoon is a vessel where people spit. Okay, dear children, write down the word meaning of spittoon. Vessels to spit into. The vessels to, the vessel, small pots, VESSELS, vessels to spit into. Okay, you may have seen in railway stations, especially North Indian railway stations, you can see many spittoons are arranged in all platforms because people do have the habit of chewing tobacco and spitting. Okay, there were brass spittoons on the floor, and across the station glint of light. What is glint? Flash of light. Another important word for you. Glint means flash of light. Caught my eye. A man was pulling a gold watch from his vest pocket, from his waistcoat. Vest here stands for waistcoat. Waistcoat pocket. He is taking a gold watch. He snapped open the cover, glanced at his watch, and frowned. And he is in an angry mood. The person is in angry mood, so frowned. Is you clear? These are all evidence that Charlie reached the third level. He snapped open the cover, and he wore a derby hat, a black 4-button suit with tiny lapels. What is lapels? Some holes in the coat. You may have seen a coat. Okay, it will have many lapels. And he had a big black handlebar mustache. That is very important. This man in that particular platform, he could see a man with a handlebar, handle of a bicycle. Okay, so this is like a handlebar mustache. A person having handlebar mustache, right? Handlebar mustache. Then I looked around and saw that everyone in the station was dressed like 1890 something, very old looking people, as if in 1890 year, 1890, 1890. In the age of 1890, people, I never saw so many beards. Many people are all having beards and sideburns. What do you mean by sideburn? Sideburn is whiskers. You may have heard whisker. What is a whisker? And the side style is there. Okay, whisker. Whiskers. Okay, this sideburn, whiskers, and fancy mustache in my life. A woman walked in through the train gate. She wore a dress with the leg of mutton sleeve. What do you mean by leg of mutton sleeve? Mutton, you know, the flesh of a goat is called mutton, and mutton sleeve is a smartly dressed. The meaning here is smartly dressed. smartly, sorry, smartly dressed. Okay, smartly dressed, and skirts to the top of her high buttoned shoes, back of her out on the tracks. I caught a glimpse of locomotive. What is locomotive? Train engine is called locomotive. Locomotive is train. A very small career and Ives locomotive, that is old style train with a funnel shaped stack. Stack means chimney. You may have seen that old style of train with a chimney, a stack here stands for chimney. And then I knew that he was in the third level. So dear children, note down all the things that Charlie happened to see in third level. To make sure, I walked over to a newsboy and glanced at the stack of papers. Here stack stands for pile of papers at his feet. It was the World. The World is, you can see here in the picture, World is a newspaper that was published in that year 1890, those past years. The lead story said something about President Cleveland. I have found that front page since in the public library files, and it was printed June 1894. Dear children, please note down this year. And actually Charlie entered in the past. Okay, it is you cannot easily believe that a person going to the past when he is living in the present. So this is what, there are two worlds, the world of fantasy and world of reality. That is what we are discussing about in this lesson. Okay, so please make a note of it. So he could see that World is a newspaper printed on 11th June 1894. I turned towards the ticket window, knowing that here on the third level at Grand Central, I could buy tickets that would take Louisa. Who is Louisa? His wife and me anywhere in the United States we wanted to go in the year 1894. And I wanted 2 tickets to Galesbury, Illinois. This is what you have to note down. How many tickets did he want? 2 tickets. Where he wanted to go? Galesburg, Illinois, a place where peace is there and the past. No people would suffer worries, tension, distress, depression. No, in such a world he wanted to go, and he along with his wife wanted to go. So he wanted to buy 2 tickets from the counter so that he could reach that place. Have you ever been there? It's a wonderful town still. He is now giving a description about the town Galesburg as if he visited the place. With a big old frame houses, huge lawns, and tremendous, very big trees whose branches meet overhead and roof the streets. And in 1894, summer evenings were twice as long. Very peaceful evenings. And people sat out on their lawns, meadows. Lawn, meadows, lawn. In every city nowadays, people developed good lawns, but peace of mind is not there. People even cannot enjoy a piece of lawn nowadays. The men smoking cigars and talking quietly, the woman waving palm leaf fans with the fireflies all around. In a peaceful world, to be back with there with the First World War still 20 years off, and World War II over 40 years in the future. I wanted 2 tickets to that place. Actually, before the World War II and First War still 20 years off, he wanted to reach that place. Which place? Galesburg, Illinois. So he decided to buy 2 tickets, one for himself and one for his wife. Okay, shall we continue? One more paragraph. Yeah. And he reached the counter in order to buy 2 tickets, one for himself and one for Louisa, his wife. The clerk figured the fare. He glanced at my fancy headband. Actually, one clerk was sitting in that ticket counter, and he looked at his dress. Whose dress? Charlie's dress. Charlie's dress is in contrast with the people of the third level or of the past. But he figured the fare, and I had enough for 2 coach tickets, one one way, but when I counted out the money and looked up, the clerk was staring at me. He nodded at the bills. Okay, that is ain't money, mister, he said. Actually, the money which was being carried by Charlie is not matching with the currency of the past. So the clerk in the counter thought that this man was about to cheat him by giving fake notes. Okay, so he was telling from the counter, "Hey man, it is not money, mister." He said, "And if you are trying to skin me," what do you mean by skin here? To cheat. The ticket clerk thought that Charlie was going to cheat him, so he said, "You won't get very far. You cannot run away from here. He can very much catch him." And he glanced at the cash drawer beside him, and by then Charlie happened to see the money that was already collected in the cash drawer. Of course, the money was old style bills, half again as big as the money we use nowadays. Actually, the currency, the shape is different. That was a very big currency, and the modern currency is very small and different looking. I turned away and got out fast. There is nothing nice about jail even in 1894. And he was not ready to cheat that man, and he was afraid if he is caught by the clerk, he would have to serve his remaining days in jail, and jail everywhere, whether it is in the present or past, the same feeling would be there. So he wanted to run away from the place. So dear children, here we will stop for the day. Before we wind up, let us make a recap of what we have already learned. So today we discussed much about the third level, how he happened to enter by traveling through a tunnel and reaching to a new place. There he could find people with a different dress style, I mean dress code, right? And not only that, and a man with a handlebar mustache, okay, and a green shade cloth, black slave, and lights were flickering. Okay, these are the thing, and open flame with the gas light. These are the things that you have to recall, children. And the spittoon, the brass spittoon where people spit. Okay, and one man with that handlebar mustache, and one lady, a woman who was walking with the dress of smartly dressed, that is dressed with the leg of mutton sleeve. Nowadays you may have seen the leggings. Okay, the present day ladies are wearing leggings, same like that, smartly dressed woman. And the next thing is the paper boy selling the paper, the world, actually, which was being printed on 11th 1894. That shows he was in the past. Okay, and finally he decided to buy two tickets, two tickets, that's very important, two tickets, one for himself and one for his wife. And he explains the place of Galesburg. Okay, what is Galesburg? Is a peaceful place in the United States that time, and evenings were long. There are summer evening, long summer evening, lawns are there, people are spending days peacefully, right? And it was before that First World War and Second World War. And finally he decided to buy two tickets, right? And when he was about to buy, when he showed the ticket, actually the clerk thought he was going to be cheated. Okay, so he shouted. So Charlie decided to escape from that place, because jail, whether it is in the past or present, the feeling is same. Okay, children, all of you make a thorough reading, loud reading as well as silent reading, and also try the question answers. And the first two pages should be with vocabulary, and notes are already uploaded in the Google Classroom. Bye. Okay.